Good morning, dear students. I welcome you all in this lecture on compulsory English, and today we are talking about the poem Ecology, written by the greatest India born poet Attipat Krishnaswamy Ramanujan. So, let's start. So, Attipat Krishnaswamy Ramanujan. He was also called A.K. Ramanujan. Okay, Attipat Krishnaswamy Ramanujan. He was also called A.K. Ramanujan. So, A.K. Ramanujan was an Indian poet. He was a scholar and he wrote both in English and in Kannada. Okay. Ramanujan was born on 16 March 1929. He was born to Attipat Asuri Krishnaswamy. That was the name of his father. What was the name of his father? Attipat Asuri Krishnaswamy. Okay. And Ramanujan was born on 16 March 1929. Okay. His father was an astronomer and professor of mathematics at Mysore University. His father was also interested in English, Kannada, and Sanskrit languages. His mother was a homemaker. Ramanujan also had a brother. His name was A.K. Srinivasan. What was the name of his brother? A.K. Srinivasan, who was also a writer and mathematician. Okay. So, in short, we can say that the great poet indeed belonged to a great family. His family was great because everyone in the family was highly qualified, highly literate. Okay, except his mother, who was just a homemaker. Okay, I would like to highlight a very important aspect of the poetry of A.K. Ramanujan, and that aspect is originality. His poetry has the quality of originality and moving artistry. Okay, and A.K. Ramanujan was also awarded the Sahitya Academy Award. Remember, this great writer also received the Sahitya Academy Award for his contribution to the field of English literature. Okay. Ramanujan was educated in Mysore. In 1958-59, he became a fellow of Deccan College, Pune. Okay, and he received a Fulbright scholarship at Indiana University in 1959-62. So we can say that he became a Fulbright scholar at Indiana University in 1959-62. Many of you are not familiar with the fact that A.K. Ramanujan was also lecturer of English. Okay, he was educated in English at the University of Mysore and later on received his PhD in linguistics from Indiana University, and he worked as a lecturer of English at Kulon and Belgaum. He has also taught at the Maharaja Sayajrao University in Baroda for about 8 years. Okay. 1962, A.K. Ramanujan had joined the University of Chicago. He joined the university as an assistant professor, and he had also taught in other American universities as well. In 1976, that was perhaps the most remarkable achievement in the life of this great poet. In 1976, the government of India awarded him the Padma Shri Award in 1976, and in 1983 he received the MacArthur Prize Fellowship. Okay. This great poet, who was also a professor or lecturer and a very famous scholar as well, he died in Chicago on 13 July 1993. I would like to tell you another important controversy that was often associated with the name of A.K. Ramanujan and his famous essay, which was written in 1991, 300 Ramayanas, 5 examples and 3 thoughts on translation. So that essay had become controversial stuff. It was included in the syllabus of a university, but later on, due to the controversy, it was removed from that syllabus. Okay. Ramanujan had published only 3 volumes of poem, yet he gets a leading place among the Indian English poets. His poetry reflects the traditional Hindu upbringing that he had and the experiences that he encountered in a Western culture. Okay. But his American experiences seem to affect very little of his verse. The achievements of A.K. Ramanujan as an artist, for he was not only a poet, he was also critic, translator and cultural historian as well, and he was indeed a prominent voice in Indian writing in English. Now, whenever I use the word the Indian writing in English, many students may find it very confusing. What does it actually mean? We can simply define it as literary expressions of Indian writer into English, that we call Indian writing in English. Now, English is not the official language of India. English is basically a language that we receive from the British people. Okay. During the British times, uh, very few Indian writers wrote in English, but later on, number of Indian writers began to write in English, and now we will see a large body of literature that is produced by these writers into English. So we call that large body of literature Indian writing in English. Okay. The Indian writing in English always talk about Indian experiences, Indian social, cultural and political experiences which are later on converted or expressed into English language for the international audiences. So we simply define it as the Indian writing in English. Okay.